The land of Zah'Nou is a diverse but dark land, full of many creatures of many shapes, sizes, and forms. Zah'Nou is a land of fog, and food is scarce, and the creatures living in the gulch have had to adapt over the many years to learn how to hunt opportunistically. Among them is the Xux Anu, which roughly translates into the nightmare beast. However, travelers and the people of the sort have dubbed it the simple crawler. The crawler is similar to a snake, as its body is lengthy and cylindrical. It is often coiled up, which gives it the anatomy of a gorgon at times. Its texture is very similar to that of the Driao, as it is simply made of fog, and it sports the same ocular layout that allows it to see clearly through the dark terrain. Its head is angular, and it has sharpened angular spikes that jut out from the body. This is said to be for swimming, as the creature can swim just as easily as it slithers along the ground. Its body is some 6 feet when stretched out, but as it is coiled up, its length is about halved, and it stands, or slithers, at about 3 feet tall. It features no mouth, but is said to be somewhat vampiric in nature. Creatures made of flesh, however, shouldn't worry, as its food supply is only upon other mist creatures made of the same fog that is so prevalent in the area. The Xux Anu is a quiet creature, rarely making a noise unless alerting other members of the Slicken. A Slicken is a pack of Xux Anu, and the very largest one is supposedly about 15 strong. It is not very territorial, and they seem to travel constantly. It is rare to see a crawler actually stop, as they are constantly moving. Their bodies are constantly recycling as they siphon moisture from the air, and other creatures, and to stop moving would to mean certain death. As thus, they are very energetic creatures, and should be approached with caution. They are quite lazy, even with such features in mind, but can tend to get aggressive if the slither is threatened. They are curious creatures, and can be quite humorous when watching them play. Mating season is an energetic time as well. Male Xux Anu travel in square shapes that can be up to 4 miles in length. The entire time they can be heard crying out. Their cracking noises can be heard some 2 miles away, and often attract females with the same pitch of voice. They are a sound-oriented race, and it is said that for each pitch a male can croak out, there is a female that matches it. Once they meet a partner of equal pitch, they will mate and then separate. Upon doing so, the female release a toxic fume that somehow binds into an orb of smelly gas. This orb will seek out the nearest patch of water and will ferment for 1 week, at which point anywhere from 3 to 6 new crawlers will hatch. The orb, however, is quite edible to any animals of the sea, and as thus, the orb doesn't often make it. Luckily, mating season comes around once every 2 weeks. If the orb shall be ate, chances are another will hatch. The Xux Anu is a very aggressive hunter, but only moves during the night hours. It will latch onto any creatures that are comprised of mist. Slowly, it will siphon a hefty amount of mist from the body and will slither away into the night. Sure enough, children of the Driao are told to keep safe at night and always travel with a group, as if they are to be fed upon by Xux Anu, they might risk death. It is a solo hunter and can often escape just as quickly as it latches on. A feeding session can last anywhere from 5 seconds to 10 minutes. Xux Anu are a marvelous specimen of the storage land known as Zah'Nou, and will grace the land for a long time to come, most likely. Hopefully, our friends will be there to observe for future scribes to view.